live on a beautiful planet, and it would be nice to try and keep it that way, I think.
Yes.
And climate change is a big threat to that, so it's an important thing that we try and combat as much as possible.
We can already see the effects of climate change. We can see the weather, the droughts happening in East Africa at the moment. I mean, that's quite possibly due to that. And ice caps and all of that. So basically we're losing land as sea rises, and people are going to start being affected.
We have already the first refugees with climate, so I've been to places where I saw the level of the sea rising, and yeah, it's very scary. We don't realize here because we are still kind of safe from it.
When you're living in modern society, it's hard to know exactly what you can do to actually, you know, make the situation better.
I think the old saying of think globally, act locally, you know, thinking in the wider sense, but doing what you can, just even if it's sharing cars for a school run or something.
It's amazing that, you know, for all those who have taken their bikes over here to the festival or taking the train, I mean, I think that's a beautiful thing, and hopefully, you know, the other festivals will catch on.
This is the first festival we've become very aware of it, but I'm sure it is happening in festivals. People are being more greener at festivals.
We think it's great because we go to so many festivals and it's quite a lot of people in a very small space, so it's quite important that you try and go green, or you try and, you know, replenish resources that you use. It's a really important thing.
In festivals, the lack of self-conscious of people to be clean and throw bottles on the floor, that's the first thing to do. Put trash bins everywhere.
You know, use this like a platform to tell people and educate people on how they can make things better.
It's money, isn't it? Money needs to be put into initiatives to see if they're going to work, and there are technologies that can help make a big difference. It's just having the confidence and to do that, to put the money where it needs to be.
I think digital also helps to avoid pollution from vinyl. That's actually why I play with my computer.
When we first started the band, we really made an effort to try and travel on train as much as possible, because lots of bands, they're on the bus and maybe they don't need to be in a bus, and
Or flying.
and we spent the first 2 years of touring basically on the getting an Interrail pass.
They have these, vad kallar de? When you can pay a little bit for each...
pay a little guilty fee.
Yeah, but it's hard. I mean, the flight's going to go off even if we're not on it, so there are many perspectives of it.
So it is really difficult for being in a band to try and be really green, you know. It's just hard, but we have to try and make up for it in our private lives.
We compost. It's like pretty efficient.
I try to buy eco-friendly things. It's small, but it's already a lot. If everybody could do that, you know.
I love recycling, actually. I'm obsessed by it.
You have lots of different...
I love it. No, they're very good. In London, they're very good, like with recycling in the house. It's unbelievable how much like stuff you have. Like, there's nothing in our regular bin now, and it kind of amazes me. I think it's really good.
Bicycling and taking the tram instead of taking the car, of course. I mean,
Maybe not eating as much beef.
although you like beef.
I do like beef.
So I just eat smaller amount of beef.
It's just small things that can really change. To be clean when you go out, not to throw your cigarettes on the floor in the streets, for example. Very little things, but makes us all happier when we do that, when we think about it.
Just make a little, make a little effort, and it goes a long way.